Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tipped. Julian here for another waiver wire episode. This one is the waiver wire episode for week 8 of the fantasy hockey season. Now, before I jump into this crazy week, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you do decide to take your support to the next level, there are options for you. You can join down on YouTube or in the description below on my Patreon, and there you unlock some perks like being able to DM with me if you have fantasy hockey related questions, and you get early access videos as well. Okay, let's jump into this week, and it's kind of a wild one. So for all of my American viewers out there, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, guys, and I hope that you have a wonderful and fun celebration with all of your family or however you decide to celebrate your Thanksgiving. The schedule this week, though, is a bit weird because of American Thanksgiving. And on Monday, there are 11 games. That's a very busy Monday. On Tuesday, there are only 2. On Wednesday, there are 15. And then on American Thanksgiving, on the Thursday, there are 0 games. On Friday, there are 14. On Saturday, there are 12. And on Sunday, there are 5. So because there's no games on Thursday at all, there are only 2 off days this week. Those off days are Tuesday and Sunday. So it's pretty important to prioritize those off days because your schedule is probably full the other 4 days this week. So your priority this week should be adding off night players for Tuesday and for Sunday. So what teams have the best schedules? Well, the teams that have the best schedules are the teams that play on both off days. Those teams are Boston, Montreal, and Vancouver, who all play both Tuesday and Sunday and also have 4 games total, which is absolutely fantastic. Those are definitely the teams that have the best schedule this week. And as you saw in the previous section, guys, there's only 2 games on Tuesday, so there's only 4 teams playing. That 4th team is Utah. They're definitely a team that you could be streaming players from for the Tuesday game specifically, then drop and grab someone for Sunday. That's an option. And if you do that, Utah's kind of interesting because the week that I'm actually putting this video out, they play on Sunday, and they're the only team to play on Sunday except for Toronto, their opponents. So you could definitely add a Utah player to help you win week 7 and hang on to that Utah player in order to help you win week 8 on that Tuesday, and then you can drop them after that. That would be my advice to you. Now, who has a bad schedule? The Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs both have pretty bad schedules because they only play 2 games this week. And in fact, almost every single team plays 4 games this week. There are only these other 6 teams that play 3 games: Buffalo, Chicago, Columbus, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Utah. So other than these 8 teams, every other team in the NHL plays 4 games, which is pretty freaking good. Jumping into some options now for players that you can add, and Frank Vatrano is my top rostered forward option. He's been pretty great as of late. Those peripherals have been really good. He's been shooting, he's been hitting, and he's definitely got the most opportunities out of anyone in Anaheim to put up points. I like him a lot. Matvei Michkov of the Philadelphia Flyers obviously is a top power play guy in Philadelphia. His ice time is not quite what I would like it to be at, but we can't deny that the dude has a crazy amount of potential and of talent. So definitely someone I don't mind adding. Dylan Guenther is a great add. He's someone who I've been suggesting pretty much every single week. I think he's someone that's a hold for the whole year. But if you're in a super shallow league and he is still available, you can at least stream him for that Tuesday night game that Utah has. And then Elias Lindholm, obviously super cold. But like I said, Boston does have a really great off-night schedule for the Tuesday and Sunday off-night. So you couldn't pick him up and cross your fingers that he turns things around because we know he is a talented guy and he is playing on the top power play over there in Boston. Trevor Moore of the LA Kings is absolutely killing it as of late, and he's someone that I absolutely would not mind you adding to your team, and he's been getting some great deployment lately as well. JD Peterka is playing super well, top line and top power play in Buffalo, and has been putting up points like crazy. He's someone who I love long term. Buffalo is one of those few teams that do only play 3 games this week, but that's not so bad. Fabian Zetterlund of the San Jose Sharks, up to 47% rostered now, playing on that line with Granlund and Eklund. That line is absolutely killing it. Add Zetterlund. He's a top 50 player in a lot of leagues right now. Jake DeBrusk and Kiefer Sherwood of the Vancouver Canucks, both playing on the top line right now with Elias Pettersson. The deployment is great, And both of them are absolutely good ads for a week that Vancouver has a great schedule. And Sherwood is a good long-term ad as well. The dude gives a crazy safe floor with his hits and has been shooting a lot lately as well. Cal Palmieri is the second line right winger in New York and has been absolutely tearing it up with the points as of late, so definitely not a bad ad there. Josh Norris of the Ottawa Senators has been starting to turn the heat up a little bit. Second line center, top power play guy, definitely got some solid deployment. Will Cooley of the New York Rangers is a third line guy over there, but has been absolutely letting it up all year with points and lots of hits to give himself a safe floor night in and night out. Connor Garland is a top power play guy and second line guy in Vancouver. And on a week where Vancouver has a great schedule, he's a great ad. William Eklund, like I said, that line with Zetterlund and Granlund is absolutely killing it. So he's the last piece of that puzzle and also has been doing really great and is somehow available in 84% of leagues. Add him. Jean-Gabriel Pageau slowed down in the last couple games, but I'm assuming they're going to pick it back up because he's still playing on the top line with Anders Lee and Horvat, and he's also getting that top power play time, which is not bad, and he's available in 88% of leagues. Pavel Zacha of the Boston Bruins has been very bad, but once again, guys, Boston has a decent schedule, so if you're in a super deep league and he's available, cross your fingers and hope that he puts up some points because he is getting top line and top power play deployment. So the opportunities are there. Dakota Joshua is playing on the second line now as well with Connor Garland and Pius Suter. It's not a bad deployment. The ice time isn't quite there yet, but the safe floor is there with the hits, so I don't hate him as an option for the off nights. Kirby Dach's a decent option for the off nights as well. He's playing on the top line and top power play in Montreal, so the opportunity is always there for him, and his floor has been pretty decent as of late. Nick Bjugstad has been playing on the top line in Utah with Keller and Schmaltz. That's a great deployment for him. He's not top power play, but if you want someone for that Tuesday off night, Bjugstad is an awesome option. And Josh Anderson of the Montreal Canadiens, only 1% roster, has been playing decently this year with the likes of Brendan Gallagher, and Gallagher's been scoring, and Josh Anderson has been giving a little bit of his floor with hits as he did in the past. Jumping into defensemen, Thomas Chabot has been absolutely killing it as of late, putting up a very safe floor and some points as of late. Travis Sanheim is the same thing. He's someone who's super inconsistent, so stream him now, but he may end up being a drop a little bit later. Jake Wallman is someone who's been putting up points like every single game he's playing. It's awesome to see. His floor isn't bad either with the peripherals he's putting up, so definitely someone I like a lot and is getting top power play time. Lane Hudson's not someone who's been that great this year, but if you need someone for the off nights that Montreal has on the Tuesday and Sunday, he is an option. He's super talented. Jeremy Lauzon the Nashville Predators is 27% rostered and gives you a very safe floor with the hits every single night. So he's an option for the 4 games that Nashville plays this week. Olin Zellweger of the Anaheim Ducks is up to 18% rostered now, and he's the top power play guy in Anaheim. Didn't do a whole lot for quite a few weeks playing on the top power play, but finally seems to be getting going a little bit, so definitely an option there. Ryan Pulock is a very safe floor player. He's been putting up a point like every 2 games, with some really solid peripherals as well. He's someone who probably should be owned in more than 8% of leagues. Alec Vlasic is someone who I like a lot. He's playing on the top power play in Chicago, and it looks like Seth Jones is going to be out 4 weeks, so he's probably going to get that power play deployment for all 4 weeks, and it looks like Bedard starting to break out a little bit here this year, so watch out. Vlasic could be getting some points very soon. Then Uvis Balinskis is the top power play guy in Florida. Not overly exciting, but the points are coming fairly frequently. And Igor Zamila is the top power play guy in Philadelphia right now, just because Emile Andre got injured, but he could be back soon. So if Emile Andre does come back, make sure to check Daily Faceoff or wherever you look for your lines to see if Emile Andre takes back the top power play. If he does, Emile Andre would be the guy I am going after. In terms of goalies, listen, there are a lot of decent goalies that you can pick up on the waiver wire right now, depending on your league depth. If you're in a shallower league, Logan Thompson and Charlie Lindgren are really solid options. They're splitting the starts pretty much evenly, and they're both really good options. Dostal and Gibson's the same thing. They're splitting starts fairly evenly right now, and they're both good options. They've both been really good so far. And then Dustin Wolf of the Calgary Flames has been really good as of late, playing super well, and seems to have claimed that starting position all to himself. If he continues to play well, he's going to get almost all the starts in Calgary, and Darth Vader will be an afterthought. Sam Montembeault has been playing really well in Montreal as of late, has a couple of shutouts in his last few games, and overall has been playing really well considering the bad team he plays for. I don't mind adding him if you're in need for a starting goalie. Eustace Anunin of the Colorado Avalanche is their starter right now in Colorado because Georgiev is injured, but Georgiev could be back really, really soon, so just keep your eye on that. Peter Mrazek's the starting guy in Chicago. He's back now from his personal absence, and it seems like Brossoit is not coming back anytime soon, so Mrazek should continue to get the bulk of the starts here. David Rittich is the starter right now in Los Angeles, but only because Kemper is injured, and honestly, Rittich's been great, so add him to your team. Blackwood and Askarov are the goalies right now in San Jose. Now, as of this recording, I have not seen Askarov play. I am recording this the night that Askarov is going to be playing, but Blackwood has been really, really good and could be added in more leagues. Vanacek is injured right now, so Blackwood is the guy. However, if on the night that I'm recording this, Askarov plays super, super well, it could be a split starting situation until Vanacek comes back. Elvis Merzlikins, the starter in Columbus, hasn't been too bad. And then Jari and Nedeljkovic seem to be splitting the starts right now in Pittsburgh until one of them kind of starts running away with the job. In Philadelphia, Fedotov is your guy. He hasn't been too bad as of late, actually been playing a lot better. And until Urson is ready to return from his injury, Fedotov is probably the guy that they're going to turn to the most to start games. Seelovs is someone who hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities this year, but lately has started 2 of Vancouver's last 3 games and hasn't been too bad. So Lankinen is a bit on a short leash right now because he hasn't played the best over his past couple of outings either. On a week where Vancouver has 4 games, I could see Seelovs easily getting 2 of them. I don't mind that ad for this week. Karel Vejmelka is the starter right now in Utah as well. Now, I had said this even before Ingram officially got injured, but Vejmelka is probably going to be getting the next few starts for Utah, which is absolutely great. He's probably going to get either the Saturday or Sunday start the week that I'm putting this video out, week 7. And then hopefully also gets that week 8 Tuesday start, which could be really, really beneficial considering that only 4 teams play that night and you can get a goalie start there. So in points leagues, that'd be really, really great. Anton Forsberg of the Ottawa Senators has been playing really well when called upon this year. Anton Forsberg on this list is a bit of a weirder one. I could see him getting 2 starts this week. He has played really well when called upon this year. So I could possibly see a start against San Jose on Wednesday this week, and then a guaranteed one also with the back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday that they have against LA and Anaheim. So potentially he gets 2 starts. Not necessarily though. I'd only grab him if he's really your only option on this list. And then Caden Primo of the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal actually plays 2 sets of back-to-backs this week. I believe it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday. So that means Primo is going to be getting 2 starts. Again, Primo has not been great this year, but at least if you're desperate in a points league, he definitely could help. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my content today. If you did, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Fantasy Tipped.